Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening. Welcome to College Algebra through eCore. I want to show you how to navigate the course from inside GoView. For some of you, this may be your first experience with a totally asynchronous, totally online course, while others of you may actually be old pros. But I want to show you how to navigate the course. So at the top of the landing page for the course, you will see this green or teal colored ribbon or bar that runs across the screen, and there are different options or menus there. You have course home, syllabus, calendar, content, assessments, communication, and so forth. So one of the most important documents in the course is the course syllabus. So if you go to the green bar at the top of the screen and go to syllabus and click, eCore is now using a program called Simple Syllabus. So the syllabus for most every class that you take through eCore is going to look very similar. But you have the syllabus. It gives you the title of the course. This is Math 1111 College Algebra. It indicates what semester it is and also whether it is a full term or a short session course. It provides the course description, the prerequisites if there are any. The modality is it is totally asynchronous. Everything is online. You'll find my information, the instructor information. My name is Laura Ralston, my email, my contact phone number, and the times that I'm available for office hours for students to get help. These are dedicated hours just for you. I do offer them on Sundays in Teams, so you're able to do that, and the link is provided there. And I'll give you a little bit of biographical information that you're free to read should you choose to do so. It gives you information about the proctored exam and the fact that you do have to verify your identity. It has the core impact statements that are referred to the core curriculum that is established by the University System of Georgia, the course objectives, the course compliance, kind of how much time is allowed for each item, your time commitment to the course. A couple of things that it points out here that I think are important is it says to be successful in the course, you'll want to log in regularly to GoView into the course to check your email and to check the announcements from me as well as possibly from other students. You want to check the calendar to see what assignments you may have due. Make sure that you are looking at the information for each lesson, contributing to discussions, and submitting your assignments online. They have the indicates the textbook. It is a free textbook. Should you want to use that, there's a PDF version. They also use a third-party application called Newton. That is where you'll be doing all of your homework assignments, taking your test, midterm, and final exam. You are allowed for the proctored exam, which is the midterm, to have a non-graphing or a graphing calculator. You are not allowed to have a cell phone or computer web-based calculator during that. Also note for the midterm exam, you can have one 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper with handwritten notes front and back. We'll talk more about that as we get closer to the midterm exam. It gives you a breakdown of the topics that are covered in the course. It gives you the course schedule. Okay, so if you scroll down, it indicates the due date for the introduction discussion, the due date for the mandatory attendance quiz. These due dates are updated nightly. For the Newton homework, you have to scroll down to the additional course schedule notes. It any assignment within Newton is listed here. So those are give you the due date and the assignment name. So again, the schedule now is embedded within the syllabus under either the D2L course schedule or under the additional course schedule notes. So it's no longer a separate document, okay? It is embedded within the syllabus. The other thing that's important on the syllabus that you may want to review specifically related to this course is the late policy. Okay, should you miss a deadline, you have there is a policy that allows you to request an extension if you follow the guidelines that are outlined here on the syllabus. So you may want to review that late policy so you're familiar with it in case you have an issue and need to request an extension. eCore does use a weighted course average for determining your overall course grade, and you can see what that formula is, what percentage each different assignment counts towards your overall course grade. We do use a standard grading scale. 90 to 100% is an A, 80 to 89% is a B, and so forth. I do try to have assignments graded within 24 hours to during the week and 48 hours on the weekend, or as quickly as possible. There are just other general policies related to the use of AI, academic integrity, and then there are also links to other policies that they may have. Okay, so mainly with the syllabus, you want to focus on I have my contact information, you have the course schedule, and you have the late policy. Okay, you also, anytime you need to go back to the home page, you can use the option for course home. Okay, each week I do try to provide an announcement. And it will populate each Monday at midnight, and it gives you an update for that week about what you need to do, what assignments are due, how to stay on track with your courses. One of the things that I do in those announcements, this is the welcome announcement, is I do provide links to the actual assignment to make it easy for you to access. So for example, in this particular announcement, and let me change over to student mode so you'll see how it works. Okay, is you can, if you needed to take the mandatory attendance quiz, you can simply click on that link and it will take you to that actual assignment, which you can then begin. Okay, and again, to go back to the home, you go course home. Also for your homework assignments, I have links to those. The homework is, we use a third-party vendor called Newton. So if you click on this link, it takes you to a page within GoView, and then you do have to launch launch that particular assignment within Newton. The first time that you go out to Newton, you do have to actually set up your account, okay, through Newton. And once you do that, then each time you'll be able to just go directly into the assignment. Okay, so I do try to provide those links. So the weekly announcements are a great way to keep up with what assignments are due for that particular week. That's why it's important that you log in and check the announcements on a weekly basis at least. Ideally, you want to log in 3 to 4 times each week. A couple other things I want to point out. You have content. Under content, this would be where you're going to find all of your course materials. Okay, we can, for example, if we go to lesson 1, each lesson is set up very similarly. Each lesson has an introduction, It also has some readings. This has information related to the topic within that lesson. This would be similar to your lecture, or what you would get face to face. So if I click on the option, say for real numbers, I can see that it takes me out to that particular lesson within the textbook. There are some additional videos and web pages that are provided that can be resources. Um, for those things, I would encourage you to review these documents and videos and web pages before you actually begin your homework. That way you at least are familiar with the content. Okay, and you can, while you're watching those videos and things, you can um, make notes, take notes. So those are there. There's also some interactive practices and additional resources. The interactive practices give you some extra practice outside of the graded assignment. There are additional resources. There's also some documents that I've provided in the course that I've used for college algebra at my home institution. So I've provided those, again, trying to provide you with as much information as possible to help you be successful in the course. Then you also have a section of graded assignments. In this first lesson, it gives you the guide to Newton, which gives you the instructions on how to initially access Newton for the first time. You then have your lesson 1 homework, okay, which again will take you out to Newton, and you will be able to do the assignment. Also, after you complete each lesson, should you want to provide feedback, this is an opportunity for you to provide feedback to eCore to help us to continually improve the course for future iterations or for future students. If you've found any kind of errors, you can indicate that here, um, and that kind of thing. So again, it gives you opportunity to provide feedback on the course and on each individual lesson. So each lesson is pretty much set up in the same way. You have an introduction, you have readings, which is your content, kind of your lecture, the information that you're expected to know and learn. Then you have some additional resources to help supplement that, and then specifically your graded activities. There's also a folder for each test. So for example, for test 1, it tells us that this is a Newton assignment. It gives you a little bit of information about the test. One of the things that I've done kind of extra is I have provided in GoView a review for the test. It is not graded, but it also provides a video answer key so that this gives you an idea of what to expect when you take the actual test. eCore also provides a test review, and then you have the actual test itself. So again, each lesson is set up. You can reach out to that, go to that through content. Okay. You also have communication. Communication, one of the key things there is going to be the discussions. There is, excuse me, the mandatory introduction where you introduce yourself to me as well as to your classmates, and the instructions for doing that are provided. There are also the required mindset discussions, which are part of the mindset learning project that is being conducted by the University System of Georgia. One of the discussion boards that I want to point out that can be very helpful is the I Need Help forum. The I Need Help forum, it's not graded, but this is an area where you can put your questions specific to a particular topic or content. And guys, I want to encourage you to use this particular thing. If you start struggling, remember this is asynchronous. I don't have the benefit of seeing your confused look on your face or the frustration you may have. You have to reach out to me and let me know that you're struggling. Ideally, if you can take a screenshot or a picture of your work and post it into the discussion, that way I can kind of see what you're doing and perhaps determine maybe if you're missing a step or something and respond. So I will be monitoring that. So this is a great way to get help. Okay, and then there's also some other discussion boards from your instructor, and then a community forum if you want to talk, in general. So you have those discussions. eCore also provides free tutoring to students. So if you look at the green ribbon, the very last option says free tutoring. So you do have those options as well. They provide embedded tutors within the course that you can reach out via chat, discussion board, email, even set up a virtual meeting should you be interested in that. You also have the option for tutor.com. You may not need it so much for the college algebra course, but should you need it for another course, they have an English writing tutor, and they also have embedded librarians. Also, you may also have access to free tutoring on your home campus. Um, and if you're not familiar with that, if you go perhaps to your school website, for example, if I go out to highlands.edu, Georgia Highlands is my home institution, and I can use the search option to look for tutoring options, and it comes up and provides those options. And I would anticipate that any college within the university system also provides those options. So be aware of that particular option as well. My goal is to help you be successful. So log in 3 to 4 times per week, check your announcements, go through the content, the kind of those readings and resources to help you get prepared for your graded activities within Newton. Please reach out whenever you are struggling with the content or with a concept or just have a general question. Again, I don't have the benefit of seeing the frustration or the confused look on your face, but I do want to be available and help you be successful in the course. If you have other questions about how to navigate the course within GoView, please reach out and I'll be happy to try to answer those. I do wish you much success this semester.